What's up YouTube? Welcome back to some more golf with your friends. This is an ancient classic mode under par playthrough for the achievement or trophy. So here on the first hole we're going to go to about 2.5 and we're just aiming straight and we're going to go right into the hole for a hole-in-one. I just want to point out that this game is getting updated regularly, so some of these shots might not work by the time you get around to playing. However, they should give you an idea of where you're trying to go. For hole number 2, we want to actually bank off of the right wall by lining up with this line right here, and we're going full power and we're going to end up right on top of the wall and we're just going to ride it all the way down for a hole-in-one. For hole number 3, we just want to time this and make sure that we're not going to hit any of these boulders that are falling down, and instead of hitting the corner piece, we're actually going to hit the corner of the wall, the barrier here, and we want to go off the right side of it at full power, and we're going to bounce all the way up here. And the idea is that you should land somewhere up here with an easy straight shot, but if you get jammed up in this corner like I did, you can easily get out of it with about 2 power and straight into the hole. So for hole 4, we're going to use this corner piece and we're going to use our full power in order to get to our next position. You want to just go ahead and time it so that you don't hit the wooden log as it's coming back onto the course. From here again, we're going full power and we want to aim at the hieroglyphic that is the little eyeball there. And basically what we're trying to do is we want the log to our left to be over the course as we come over here so that we bounce off of it and straight into the hole. This can be a pretty difficult shot to time correctly, so feel free to just go around the course as normal to get an easy par. So for hole number 5, the first shot here actually doesn't seem to be working currently on this patch. Maybe it'll work in the future. But essentially what I was trying to do is go full power to bounce off of this rock and end up down the hill on the course. Instead, what you should do is just follow along with the water and you should end up somewhere around here or maybe even in a better position instead. But then I'm just going to go down the hill, and for the most part this hole is kind of a wash for me. I'm just going to try and get a par, and I'm just going to take it nice and slow and comfortable. For hole number 6, we're going to get an easy par. All we need to do is aim a little bit right of center, full power. You can use the little tiles on the ground, the checkered tiles, in order to figure out exactly where I'm aiming. And then we're just going to go ahead and let it rip. We'll end up right next to the hole and we can get an easy tap in for par. Hole number 7, and I think it's time to bust out a trick shot. So we're going to actually turn the camera all the way around and we want to go full power into the wall in between that, I believe it's a W and like the backwards G thing, and you're going to bounce off a couple walls and straight into the hole. Hole number 8 is actually another pretty straightforward hole-in-one. I already took one shot and messed up though, so just be aware that you need to go a little bit less than full power, bounce off this corner, you'll end up going over this wall, down the hill, and straight into the hole. Hole number 9, we're going to play pretty straightforward. We're going to go a little bit right of center and we want to go full power so that we'll end up on the other side of this like shrubbery and be lined up with the air elevators, I guess. For our second shot, we're going to go a little bit above 2 power, and we want to time it right so that we ride the air elevator all the way up. And finally, it's time to put it into the hole. So I'm going about 2 1/4 to get all the way back here and bounce off the wall, and it's actually not enough power, so you're going to need to use a squeeze more than me. Hole 10 actually has a shortcut built in, so we want to go full power to the right side here. You can use the little tiles on the ground to line up where I'm shooting, and essentially we're going to bounce into this hole and possibly get a hole in one, but definitely get a birdie. For hole number 11, our first shot, we want to go off of the center of this squiggly just to the right of the F on the wall, and we're going full power and we'll bounce all the way around here. From here, we want to line up with that corner piece of the wall there. We're going to do a little bit less than full power, and we want to bounce off of that wall in order to bounce all the way across this gap and right near the hole. And now you just gotta putt it home. Hole number 12, I'm going to mess up royally here. You want to aim to the left and you want to get right into this little pipe. However, I went full power instead of the like 3 bars that I should have actually gone, and I'm going to miss the pipe and end up on the other part of the course. So we'll play the course like normal instead of going up there, but if you end up there, it's pretty much just a straight shot to the hole. Hole number 13, I really don't understand how you can do anything less than 2 on this hole. So we're going just a little bit left of center, and we're going 100% full power, and we're going to go all the way to the hole, but nowhere really close to the hole. Maybe you can get like a lucky bounce out of the pipe or something like that, but otherwise I have no idea how you would get a hole in one on this hole. For hole 14, we're going to turn all the way around, and we want to bank shot it off of this corner going full power. You're going to want to go a little bit further to the left than I am. As you're going to see in a moment, I end up rolling back down the hill here instead of ending up where I'm supposed to go. What you're supposed to do is, as you come up here, you're supposed to catch this wall to the left that I just barely missed, and then you have an easy second shot straight into the hole. Otherwise, if you end up rolling down here like I did, you can get all the way back up there with almost 3 bars of power, and you'll bounce off of this little rock here and go straight down to the hole anyways, so no big deal. Either way, you get a par. Hole 15, we're going to go to the left side here, and we're trying to time the platform that's moving so that when it's coming down we take our shot at about 3 bars, and we're going to bounce off of a bunch of walls and then end up on that moving platform, and it'll go up just as we're about to come off of it and launch us just a little bit further to get us right over here. For our second shot, we're going to try and aim a little bit more to the left, that's better, and we're going to go almost full power and dunk it straight into the hole. Hole 16 is another timing one. I completely messed up my first shot, which is why I already have 1 stroke, but this should be your first shot right here. You're basically just trying to time it until the space is open where the second one is moving upward, and right off of the corner and down into this little crevice you go. From here, the wall makes it a little bit difficult to see what you're trying to do, but essentially you want to bank it off of this wall where I'm pointing, so make sure that the symbols and the lines match up. We're going to go full power, and we should end up pretty close, if not going straight into the hole if you get some better bounces than me, and then just put it home for your birdie. For hole 17, we're going to aim all the way to the left side here towards the actual flag for the hole, and we're going to go full power, and we're just going to belt it down there, and we should get it right into the hole, if not very close, and get an easy either hole-in-one or birdie. So it is time for the final hole, and we're pretty much set for our under par, so the result doesn't matter here. But just in case you are still struggling, so all we need to do is do about 2 bars in order to get under the legs of this statue, and it should bring us all the way into like this cave area. It gets kind of dark in here, so it might be a little bit difficult to see what I'm doing with YouTube rendering and everything like that. But for the most part, this is pretty straightforward. We're just going to go easily up this hill and down towards this corner, and then we just want to go around to the next intersection, and then we're just going to jump towards the hole. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you. If it did, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more achievements, trophies, and collectible guides. I'm also doing all of the Golf with Your Friends courses under par, so keep it here for more of that. Feel free to check out my Fortnite challenge guides while you're on the channel if you're into that game, and until tomorrow, ta-ra!